try to film mostly in between little hammer tappings. Anyways, really today is going to be so quick. So please forgive there's nowhere in my house that I can go that I'm going to be listening to that all day. And frankly, it's music to my ears because I've waited so long. I'm going to have to be super quick. It is Monday, June 24th. My name is Caroline. Welcome to my channel. We are having some work done out on the porch for this week. And I've been waiting for like 16 years to have this done. We had the most disgusting old blue all-weather carpet on our front porch for 16 years. And today's the big day that the carpet is now gone and we're having a stamped concrete design put on our porch. So super exciting. Two giveaways to talk about today. The one that happens over on the Facebook group, Friday Off the Grid. Last Monday's giveaway was a Lila Studio pattern from the Versus for Stitchers. I think it's a series. And this is the Happiness is a Contented Stitcher. So I had 153 comments on the posting last week, and the random number generator chose comment number 73, which just so happened to be Crafty Kim, who we all know and love. So congratulations, Kim. I'm so glad to be sending this to you. I already have your address and I will get it out in the mail to you soon. I've got a new giveaway for today. These were given to me in a group of patterns from Sharon from Toronto, and so this is another pattern from her. I believe she has stitched this, but it's still in the casing. This is Grandmother's Button Box, and what is the designer again? Needle Made Designs from out in Arizona. So this is the chart up for grabs today. I love how this designer has taken this motif and then used it in all of these various lovely little finishes. So really, really versatile pattern. And thank you to Sharon for giving this to us so that I can give it away. When I send this out, I usually remove the plastic covering from the pattern just to make it easier to send in an envelope. So just so you know. So again, the giveaway can be found on the Facebook group, Friday Off the Grid, and I'll have a picture post up there by the end of the day when this video goes up, and you can enter your comment over there. So thank you very much. Okay, the second giveaway is our weekly Landmark Tapestries and Chart giveaway. And so this last week we had a collection, a pattern from the garden collection, and the random number, the YouTube random comment picker chose, the comment was from Tamara Hill, whose comment said, "My flower gardens are coming along nicely, great video." So the keyword for last week's video was to have the word garden in your comment. And so thank you, Tamara. Congratulations, you're the winner. If you could please email me your information, caroline@evertote.com, then I will get your information to Claire, who will send out the pattern to you. So I had to go and check out what the pattern was for giveaway this week. It is a pattern from the Celtic Gilt collection, and I'll try to pop in a photo here of those that pattern collection because they're absolutely beautiful. And I have actually one started. This is the one you may remember a few months ago. I was talking about the difference between Congress cloth and Hardanger fabric. These are the landmark patterns that I have started on the Congress cloth, and I'm doing 2 strands as a tent stitch, and that's how I'm doing these patterns. But they're upstairs, and with all of the hubbubaloo going on today with the work going on in the porch and getting ready for this, I didn't have time to dig it out of the closet. So these are gorgeous, gorgeous charts. So a big thank you to Claire once again for offering a chart this way for a giveaway. If you'd like to be entered in the Celtic Gilt chart collection giveaway, you will be choosing one pattern from the collection. Please leave Claire's name in your comment below. So say something nice about Claire in your comment below, and then I will search for her name in the comments for next week's winner. And you spell Claire C-L-A-R-E, just in case you're looking at your stitching and not at the screen. I want to make sure that you spell it correctly so that I can search for your comment. And congratulations again to both Tamara Hill and Crafty Kim for winning last week's giveaway. So speaking of Crafty Kim, it's interesting that her name came up because I had something that I wanted to share today that I brought up a couple of weeks ago. Kim and I both started the Wisdom Sampler together. This was a gift from her to me. She had gifted this pattern to me along with my words are escaping me today. Project bag. Project bag that she had made herself for me, and I love it. So I've got all of my flosses are in here and my pattern for the Wisdom Sampler. So I am stitching this on a 36 count R&R Reproductions linen. I want to say it's Winter's Brew, but I don't think that's right. And again, the tag is over in the other spot. So here's where I am now. As you can see, I haven't put any work into this since the last time I showed you this whip. However, what I wanted to talk about was, because I'm using one strand of floss over two, I had neglected to sort of take into account the the combined floss. You take two strands, one strand of two colors, blended colors. There we go. And I'd kind of not thought about what I was going to do there. And I'd mentioned this a few weeks ago. I had some fantastic comments and suggestions. And so I just wanted to mention those here in case there were other people coming across the same thing and didn't kind of know how to handle it. So there were generally two basic suggestions, and one of them was use a variegated floss. And I believe Jan Hicks is doing this on one of her projects. She's just chosen a completely different variegated floss that is close in color to the colors that she's trying to substitute, and she's going to use that variegated floss for her blended threads. The other suggestion, and the one that I am actually going to go with, is you take the two colors that are supposed to be blended together, and then you do the bottom leg in the darker color, and then you do the top leg in the lighter color, and then the effect is a blended thread, because when you're looking at it from far enough away, you can see the two colors. And I think that that is really going to work perfectly for this piece. So I'm not going to restart it. I'm not going to do it on a larger count fabric and blend the colors. I'm going to do that one leg, one color, the top leg, the different color. And thank you so much to everyone who wrote in that suggestion. I think it's genius, and I'm going to that's what I'm going to do. So thank you so much. All right, the only other thing that I worked on, now I did put, if you watched Friday's Stitch With Me video, you saw I put a length of thread into my Northern Expressions Needleworks Shades of Wine. I didn't do a single other stitch on that since Friday. The only other project that I have been working on that I cannot put down is my landmark tapestry and charts, the Savon. So this is where I'm at now. So I just couldn't put it down. So I am more than halfway across the secondary border across the bottom here, and I am just loving it so much. Comfort stitching at its finest, and it's just so enjoyable. Let me flip it around, because frankly the top of the design is going to look like this. So it could be the top or the bottom. The sides are different, so the top and the bottom matches, and the sides match on this, so you could hang it either way. So ta-da! I'm so excited about this. I love it so much. I'm stitching this on a 16 count off-white Aida. There, it would help if it was in the picture. 16 count off-white Aida, and I'm using the called for DMC threads. I had a comment on my needle minder, my little birdie. I made him or her. It's just a little button, just a little craft button with. If these are you can make these yourself if you purchase the craft buttons. Sometimes I'll send these out with bags for Evertote, different ones or fabric covered ones as well. But the easiest, I mean, needle magnets are pretty straightforward. You just purchase your button or bead or whatever that you would like to use as your minder. And then the glue that I use is the E6000 glue. And you can purchase that at, I think, any major craft store. And then I use, I just dropped a needle from my needle minder. That's what happens when you take the magnets off the back and then you bounce them back on. Okay, I'm gonna have to find that in a hurry. So you just put a little teeny tiny drop of glue on the back, and I use little rare earth magnets. And you just need 2, and that's it. That's all it is. So you just have to purchase the materials, and that glue goes a long way. It's very, very strong, very powerful. You're going to want to do it in a well-ventilated area. It's a bit stinky, but that's all that is. So you can make these yourself very, very simply, and they work a treat. And speaking of Crafty Kim, again, she made me this one. The very first Hamilton stitch-in that I went to, Kim had made these needle minders and gifted one to each person that was there. So I like having a few minders on my project as I go. And that's it. Now I'm going to pause this video and find the needle that I dropped, and I will be right back. Found it, fortunately. Before I stepped on it, I found it. Okay, so I'll put those back on my little bird, and we're off to go, ready to go. So Savon by Landmark Tapestries and Charts. As I have said for the last few weeks, these charts are a little bit hard to find. I'm just gonna do this, and then it's in the picture, and I'm not showing you a whole bunch of blank Aida. www.celtichobbies.com is where you can find these charts. They're a bit hard to find, but Claire over there at Landmark Tapestries, she's your girl. She's got them. And it's just such an enjoyable stitch. Love it. Can't say enough good things about it. Okay, so like I said, today was going to be really short, and I'm gonna keep it to that. I have some sewing to do over the next couple of days for some orders that came in last week. Thank you so much. If you're waiting for a bag to come out, I really appreciate your business. I have one other bag. Well, I have a couple other bags that I'm working on this week, but one that I just happen to have in front of me, that it's not a bag yet, it's the pieces of the bag. I brought in this fabric called Amish Life, and so I have put this together with quilt block from the same collection on the top, and I'm going to put a black zipper in the top. I think it is such a sweet print. And I have a few other newer fabrics that will be going in over the next week. I always post on Instagram. My Evertote page is @Evertotes with an S on the end, in case you're interested in seeing what new fabrics are coming into the shop. I've also started doing the odd patchwork bag. I, as you can imagine, have a large collection of scraps, and putting piecework together is something that I find really fun. And so I think that I'm kind of excited to see those bags come to life over the next little while. So we are, it is, as I said before, it's June 24th. Next Monday is a holiday Monday here in Canada, celebrating Canada Day. And so I will still be recording a Flosstube video because I will be here. My family is going up to the cottage this weekend. I will be staying here with the dog. And so I am planning on scheduling lot of stitching time for myself and hanging out in the kitchen with Daria and maybe drinking an extra few cups of coffee and celebrating Canada Day quietly here on my own. So I'm looking forward to recording a video on Monday to share my progress on my pieces with you. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to put this wisdom sampler away just yet. Now that I've got that sort of trick of how to use the blended floss in my mind, I want to get right to it and I want to see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to probably work on that this weekend. Okay, sounds like their break is over outside and I am so excited. So I'm going to take a little video clips during the week of the progress on the porch and maybe I'll share it with you on Monday. So I will see you on Friday for Friday Off the Grid and have a great week. Happy stitching.